Yo, 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 what's up? I have been seeing a lot of bad takes lately. From beer tier lists, from people's takes on streamer drama, Sonic XQC doing their daily breakup and then get back together. I'm sick of it, okay? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of seeing people say that Raisin Bran is a bad cereal. It's just one thing that I cannot let slide, okay? Just because you don't know how to eat it, and just because you would rather have these spoonfuls of straight sugar down your mouth, down your throat, doesn't mean that your opinion's right. The only opinion here that is objectively correct 100% of the time is mine. Yeah, that's right, your boy Bleezy. I've never made a mistake, okay? I've never been wrong about something. If I talk about it, it's because I know the facts. Okay, I know the facts, I'm unbiased, I look at all evidence, and then I make my decision, which is always correct. So, that being said, we are making a cereal tier list today. I'm going to tell you what the best cereal is. Any other opinions? Rejected. Unless they are also my opinions as well, then they're perfect. So, let's just hop right into it. Looking at this list, I can see they cover a lot of the good stuff, a lot of the popular stuff. As always, I'm going to add one more tier, and it's going to be the ones that I don't know. Like, as in, I haven't had them, or maybe I had them and I just for some reason don't remember, but me, I remember everything. Let's name it. Haven't tried, which also means not worth my time. Because if it was worth my time, I would have just tried it, right? So S, A, B, C, D, sure. Although I'm going to change D to F. Because listen, if it's a D, it might as well be an F. Okay. This isn't the American school system. This is a Bleezy show tier list. That being said, let's hop right into it. It's time. Starting off really strong, I see with an Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks is a classic. Not too unhealthy. You know what you're going to get every time. Very consistent. If you happen to like the apple cinnamon combo, you're going to love Apple Jacks. That being said, you really get a lot more of the apple taste than you do the cinnamon. It's one of those where you don't necessarily need milk with it. Some of these I'll mention that, but oftentimes almost all of these are better with milk. But we've all been through those phases where, listen, that's a bowl, that's a milk, that's a spoon you gotta clean. Sometimes you just gotta open it up and get you a handful, you know what I'm saying? Get a good old mouthful. Apple Jacks is really good. Is it an S tier? No. Is it A tier? Listen, I don't just say A tier without meaning it. It's gotta be, this is a cereal you could eat most days. That being said, I do think if you are into apple cinnamon, really just apple with a hint of cinnamon, I think it's A. It's healthy, which, no one's really buying cereal to be healthy, but that doesn't matter. Like, you don't want it to be the worst for you, such as some of these. Like, where you feel it in your stomach and you hate yourself for the next 2 hours. I looked at this 2 times now, and I cannot read what it is. And since I don't recognize it, I'm just going to put it here. Captain Crunch, though, really good. It sucks that they put Captain Crunch berries right next to it, because Captain Crunch berries is just a whole new story. Captain Crunch is a little bit plain to me. The original, it's just plain. You have to have milk with it, or else that shit's tearing up your mouth. And shit, even the berries one isn't too much better at that, but just the basic is pretty mid. It's not bad. Like, it's not F tier. Yeah, I think it's a solid C. Because it's something that you're not even... Like, you get sick of it quick. If you have it like 2 days in a row, you can't have it a third. you're like, oh, anything else? I'll take some burnt toast instead. Now, Captain Crunch berries, like I was saying, that's a whole different story. Incredible cereal, multiple flavors. Um, not healthy. Okay, neither is Captain Crunch. Definitely heavy on the sugar, but that's not a make or break. It's a solid A tier. We will adjust inner rows, like the ones inside the rows, for the end. For now, though, it's safe to say it's a high A. Looks like we're dealing with some more Captain Crunch here. This looks like a brand I haven't tried before, although I will say it looks ass. It looks like a Cheerios type of Captain Crunch. Okay, Captain Crunch all berries. This is good, but it's too much sugar. Like, to the point where it feels bad to eat. I still think it's better than original Captain Crunch, though. I mean, how could it not be? It's what you love out of the crunch and berries, you know. But I think the mix is actually pretty important. This is so much sugar. It's like, we'll get to others that are like this, where it's just too much sugar. Good idea. Something, a great, probably stoner food, I would guess, but not an everyday breakfast. Okay. Peanut butter crunch, really good. Not A. It's a solid B tier. If you like peanut butter, which peanut butter and cereal I think is a match made in heaven, because it, you know, with milk, it's just great. They go so well together. Okay. Cheerios. Healthy, right? But do we have our first F here? That's the real question. I don't think it's F. There's a couple of these that change drastically if you put sugar on top. Now, I'm just talking like a bit. You don't have to dump a bucket of sugar onto it. And the real question is, does that count? I think what I'm going to do is just put them where they belong without any additions to them. Cheerios with a bit of sugar on top is a whole different tier than just Cheerios. But just Cheerios is an F. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen. I know. Hot take. It's healthy. If you're gonna pick a cereal to eat, Cheerios is good. You know. But even on the box, they had to add something. Okay, they know it's ass. They even chopped up some strawberries to make the advertisement for the box, to make the picture. Okay. If it came with strawberries, then it would probably be a little bit better, but if it's just Cheerios, nah. That shit's ass. No one buys cereal to be healthy. Okay, we're trying to enjoy it. Is this chocolate Cheerios? Good, but no higher than C. Because it's one of those that still needs some assistance. It's not enough chocolate taste. I don't think I've had these. Can't even read. It's like frosted Cheerios. That could be good, but unfortunately I've not had them. I've had most of these, so shouldn't be a lot of those this tier list, but. And then of course there's one I don't know. What is this? Chex Mix? Haven't had any of these. Not sorry, because who the fuck wants Chex Mix cereal? Okay, let's get to the good shit. Chips Ahoy. The only complaint I have about Chips Ahoy is if you try to eat these without milk, and even if you try to eat them without letting them sit in milk for a little bit, they're gonna tear up your mouth and shit. Kind of like Captain Crunch does. But as for a cereal, and if you don't have that problem, like if for some reason your gums or in your mouth is super tough and resilient, if that's even a thing, then it is a really good cereal. Add a little milk to get soft. It's not S tier. I'm not gonna just give out S tier just because I like them. It's gotta be something special. I do think Chips Ahoy is A. Maybe B, but I'm pretty confident with this. I'm liking a low A. A low A with Chips Ahoy. I'm thinking back to the days where this was the go-to cereal in the morning. I didn't care if it was unhealthy. It gave me plenty of sugar. Tasted good. Not too much chocolate, but just, you know, the little chips of chocolate in each of these cookies. It looked cool because they were little cookies. It made the milk taste chocolate. It was great. Okay, Cinnabon cereal from Kellogg's is probably a... I almost want to give these S. I've had it a couple times. It just kind of upsets your stomach, but maybe that's me being a bitch, but... high A. It's definitely above Apple Jacks, especially if you're going for the cinnamon. It almost feels bad to have Apple Jacks next to it. Cinnamon bun Kellogg's is so much better. But they serve different purposes. This one has some apple in it, you know, different thing. Okay, looks like we're about to get to the spicy thing. Prepare yourself. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Let me tell you right now, what's wrong with Cinnamon Toast Crunch? For some reason, they pack it with so much sugar that it takes away from the cinnamon. You get a little bit of cinnamon on a few of the flakes and whatnot, but it's so much sugar that you just feel it right after. If you try to have a second bowl of it, you're gonna feel bad, but you can get through one bowl, you know. It's not too bad. Now, Cinnamon Toast Crunch also, as soon as it's been in milk for even just a minute too long, way too soggy, loses the cinnamon, loses the taste. So I know people are gonna be pissed. This has really been a favorite for a lot of people, and I've gone through phases where I liked it more, but it's a C. It's a low C. It's not an F because it's still, you know, if you're going after cinnamon, it's gonna be good for you. You're gonna like it. But nah, it's just, and they're so unfilling. Like, it's like you didn't even eat. It'll upset your stomach through the sugar before it makes you feel full, you know? Now, Cocoa Puffs. Love-hate relationship with Cocoa Puffs. If you love chocolate, it's great. However, that's all that there is to it. It's just chocolate. And that's okay, but if you're over the age of 16, you probably enjoy having a little bit of flavor with whatever you're eating. That's, you know, multi-dimensional. I'm not saying cereal has to be a fucking Michelin star dish, but it's gotta be something to it. One thing that saves Cocoa Puffs is it turns your milk into like chocolate milk, not just like a chocolate taste, but like pretty much chocolate milk. So it is pretty good. I think it's a high B. I think it's a, ooh, above Peanut Butter Crunch. Ooh. I don't know about all that. I'll keep it here for now. If we have to do some adjusting later, we will. Cookie Crisp. Didn't we do Cookie Crisp? No, we did Chips Ahoy. You know, I was getting this confused with the Chips Ahoy. But they're pretty much the same thing. I mean, they've got like cookie-like with just a bit of chocolate. And then the rest is like, you know, the normal cereal. So it's a good mix. You're not just getting that one flavor of only chocolate. I grew up with this, with Cookie Crisp. Pretty much everything I was saying on Chips Ahoy, I was thinking about Cookie Crisp for some reason. But they're about the same. They taste about the same to me. Honestly, Cookie Crisp is a little bit better than Chips Ahoy. In my opinion, that might be a sentimental bias coming out. But listen, everything I say is facts, okay? Objectively. Don't forget it. Corn Flakes. Fucking terrible. Now listen, this is one of those where if you add stuff to it, it can become a whole different tier. Honestly, even maybe 2 tiers up. But with Corn Flakes, with Cheerios you can get away with sugar on top. Corn Flakes, to eat them, you need to put like syrup. I'm talking like pancake syrup, drizzle it on Aunt Jemima's on top of that. Don't knock it till you try it. It's okay once you do that. But this is a tier list of just the cereal. This is what it stands for. This is out of the box. If I grabbed a handful or put it straight into, you know, a bowl of milk and whatever. Okay, first off, always put in the cereal before the milk. Surely I don't need to explain that. But, you know, It's just cornflakes, fucking horrible. Might even be the worst on this whole list. I mean, we'll have to. I hope we'll have to see. Pops, horrible. No taste. Like, you can see what they're doing. It's a high F, but compared to these other two. But what they're trying to do is give you like the sweet. What is the? It just tastes like what you would expect high fructose corn syrup to taste like. It's got that corn kind of grand kind of. It's dog shit. Okay, it's fucking dog shit. It's got nothing to it. No personality. You can't really save it. I mean, I haven't tried the cornflakes method of, syrup, maybe a little sugar on top. This looks like it already has all the sugar it needs. It does. I've had it. It has all the sugar it needs, and it still managed to be so bland and so fucking. There's just nothing to it. It's bad. F tier. High F, but F. Okay. What the fuck am I looking at here? This has never been around any store. Never had it. Count Chocula? We'll just skip that. Okay, Cracklin' Oat Bran. I think I've never had this. I'm pretty sure. Okay, the Eggo waffle cereal is not an F, but it's definitely low C. It's one of those where you need to add something to it, but it's not horrible. It's not F tier without adding something. It needs a little bit of either syrup, and they even tried to add it on the box. They're like, maple syrup enhanced, or it's like they're telling you to add a little something on top. I don't know. I just can't call it good. It's not good, okay? I would say C is the bottom barrel of decent, and then B is good. There is no reasoning to make it. Is it better than Cinnamon Toast Crunch? I don't even think so. It's close to F tier, but it's not quite there, because it does have a little bit of that syrupy flavor. See, I don't know that one. French Toast Crunch. This actually has pretty good flavor. This is tough. It's definitely above Eggo cereal. No, it's actually, now that I think about it, I think about all the facts, all the evidence, all the dissertations written on this cereal from the scientific community. I see. It's missing something. It's a little bit too plain, but they're heading toward a French toast flavor, like the syrup, the sugar. It's definitely not an everyday cereal. You can't just eat it. It's more of the stoner cereal, you know? It's got that nice kick to it, give you some energy. Fruit Loops. Now this one's tough. I have to fight some personal biases here. So I grew up on Fruit Loops. I think everyone did. Same with a lot of these, right? But now Fruit Loops with like marshmallows that they've added is even better. But just Fruit Loops, thing is it's like they do have some good flavor, and you get different flavors in different bites, which is rare for cereal, right? Mostly it's, all chocolate or syrupy French toast. I'm gonna give it some credit here. I'm gonna give it a high B. There's nothing too special. Now the ones with the marshmallows, I would probably rate low A. Do I think it's better than All Berries Cap'n Crunch? That's the tough one. People are gonna hate me for this one, but I'd rather eat the loops than the fuck your mouth up berries. That's tough, but I think this one has a little bit more flavor than Fruit Loops, though. Interchangeable. We'll leave it at interchangeable. It could go either way. That's a preference thing. But high B is the highest it goes. It's missing, it's just not enough flavor. It's not a go-to. Frosted Flakes. Healthy. It's a little bit rough on the mouth, especially if you eat it without milk, but you can eat it without milk. It's fine without it. It tastes about the same. Milk's really only just saving the texture a bit. Great cereal. It doesn't hurt your stomach too much when you eat it, like a lot of these up here. Is it S tier? No. There's just not enough to it. It's real one-dimensional. It's good, but... Man. Why is Frosted Flakes so good? What makes Frosted Flakes so good? I don't know. Something does, though. Maybe it's just the right amount of sugar. And, like, you know, doesn't feel too unhealthy. This is really tough. For some reason, I'm wanting low A, but I think I'm going to settle for high B. And I honestly can't even explain to you why. That's just how it is. Okay, it's not better than the berries, though. Is it better than Fruit Loops? No, I can't have it disrespecting Peanut Butter Crunch. There's just no way. It's definitely better than Cocoa Puffs. Frosted Mini Wheats. Super good. I like the strawberry ones more than the regular ones, but I'm not seeing those on this list. Oh, yeah, never mind. They're down here. We'll get there. The originals are pretty good. I'm gonna go low B. They're better than the original Captain Crunch. I like the texture. They're like the wheat thin kind of shapes. They take in the milk well. They get a little bit soft. The thing I don't like about these is as soon as they've been in milk a little bit too long, they're so soggy. Like they ruin. Oh shit. Alright. I see. I just remember what they're like as soon as they've been in milk for like longer than 2 minutes. They're fucking bad after that. I like the original taste though, especially when they first hit the milk and there's a little bit in there. They do like an icing glaze on the top and the rest is just plain wheat, right? The wheat thin part, but yeah, it's good. I'm excited for the strawberry ones because those are okay. Golden Crisp. I had these, but I think they were so fucking bad I never wanted to see them again. I can't remember how they tasted. I'm gonna put them here. I know it's a popular cereal. I think there's just way better ones, therefore it is not worth my time. That's why we made that category. It's just not worth my time. Now, that being said, Golden Grams, dog shit. Might even be the worst. I can't do my boy cornflakes like that. He are in that last place. I'll put Golden Grams. It's the graham cracker cereal, right? Like, you need to add something to it. It's super plain without it. It tastes like a generic store-bought cereal. That, like, you know, the value kind from your Walmart or your Kroger or whatever you got. It's like the value cereal. It's missing what it needs to be good. I think it's earned an F spot. Maybe above base Cheerios. Maybe even above base Pops, actually. I'm not saying it's good. Okay, it's an F tier, but it's better than this dog shit. Gorilla Munch. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I've never seen that before. Hell no. It could be good. I don't know. Okay, Honey Bunches of Oats. Is this the normal ones? Yeah, this is good. This is like what Cheerios tried to be. And it's pretty good. They do this thing just like the maple syrup Eggo does, where they add enough flavor to it where you can kind of taste the honey, but it's missing something. It's missing some kind of like, what sets it out from just oats with honey on it. You know what I'm saying? Like there's nothing special to it. Honeycomb is what Honey Oats was trying to be. So I think this one's a little bit healthier, technically. Honeycomb's good. It's basic. I'll put it like right here. I think the Eggo waffles, maple, you can taste that maple a lot more. I should say this was trying to be this, because they even copied the look and everything. I'll put them right here. I'm not a huge honey and cereal guy, but it's good. I'd rather do like a syrup, something sweet without that kick to it. Now, Honey Nut Cheerios. Definitely better than original Cheerios. To the point where I actually think maybe something right here. It could be preference, maple syrup or honey, right? So you could interchange these two, but they definitely don't beat Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch has at least, you know, you can taste that flavor even if it's only for like 2 minutes. But okay, this is a little tough. I think I'm gonna leave it right here. No, yeah, no. You can definitely taste the honey, but you need a little bit of sugar on top. With this, it can kind of pass without sugar. What is this? Hostess cereal? Is this like donut cereal? Okay, America. I love my country, but Jesus Christ. Hey, Go Lean. I've only had the peanut butter kind, but it was really good. I'm not sure what the original tastes like, I don't think. I don't think I've ever bought the original. We'll put in don't know. I will say if it's the peanut butter chunks, that shit's good. I don't even see it on this. Kicks. Don't think I've had it. It looks like shit, I can tell you that. No one wants to see a fucking strain of corn. Or, what's that called? A stalk of corn? Crave. Amazing. Is it S? Chocolate. Melty. Oh god, it's good. Even if it's been on milk too long, it's still good. I don't want to just give out S like that. It's gotta earn it. The one thing is, it can be a little bit too much chocolate. If, see, you wouldn't have even bought it. It's S tier. If you weren't into chocolate, you wouldn't have even bought it. And it's not too much, as in you can still taste that. The wheat to it, you can taste the cereal part. Then as soon as you get into the bite into the middle of it, you get the chocolate, and it's a big burst of chocolate, and then it goes right back to the wheat because it had mostly wheat. Oh, it's so... I'm gonna have to change underwear. I mean, it's gonna turn into a kick stream. Jesus, it's so good. Thing is, I discovered Crave pretty late too. Like, I had already tried all of these before I tried Crave. Actually, most of these before Crave. Crave has just always been good. It is a decent amount of sugar, but it doesn't feel like it. Like, it just feels like a chocolate, the perfect mix of the chocolate with your cereal. Oh, it's perfect. Goes with milk great. Doesn't get too soggy too quick. You can eat it most days and still, you know, probably wouldn't be great for you, just like anything here if you ate it every day, but you could get away with it. Life cereal, I'm gonna have to F tier it for sure. It could, simply because it needs sugar on top, and even they have to sell it to you with pictures of how they think it should be eaten. You know, and this is a tier list of stuff straight out of the box. Like, boom, munch, that type of thing, so. F tier, both of these. Are they as bad as cornflakes? No. The base cereal is barely above it. But Lucio O's. Can't say I've had this, but kind of thought that was just a meme. It's a character from Overwatch, Lucio. I didn't realize they actually made a cereal. That's hilarious, though. Could be good, I just haven't tried it. Same with, you know, maybe this is good. I just haven't tried it. This kind of looks like it could be good too. I'm surprised I don't know what this is. It's like marshmallows and chocolate, which is a really good cereal. Might not be healthy, but anyway, I just can't rate it without having tried it. It would be against my moral code, my ethics. Lucky Charms. The only thing I'm questioning is if it's A or B. I think it just goes low A because, hear me out, the actual cereal of Lucky Charms is pretty shit. But the marshmallows and the amount of marshmallows you get can save it. I actually think it's B. Just because there's not enough flavor, like different flavors, it's a good cereal. Okay. It's a lot of sugar. You can't eat 2 bowls without feeling like shit. Definitely ain't no peanut butter crunch. You know what? I'm sick of seeing this in B. Peanut butter crunch is A tier. It might be low A compared to some of these, but it's an A tier. Peanut butter and cereal is just too good. Lucky Charms or Fruit Loops right here. We'll have to do this later. This is what I said I'll do at the end because it's just too much to think about here. I think it could go, if you don't like chocolate, Lucky Charms can go right here. If you do like chocolate, Cocoa Puffs is higher. Interchangeable. I think low B is fair. It doesn't belong on the same page as like Frosted Mini Wheats, Chocolate Cheerios, Nutter Butter cereal. Have I had that? I had Nutter Butters, like the candy. I don't think I've had it. Oreo O's, super good. Chocolatey. Great with milk. There's a bit of like the icing type of flavor mixed with the chocolate. So I want to put it above the chocolate Cheerios. Is it better than Captain Crunch Original? Yeah, it is. Is it better than... Is this a low B? I think this is actually a low B. Honestly, it feels pretty good right under Lucky Charms. This is another one. It could be, I guess, replaceable right here. But I like it right here. It's not a Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa Puffs changes your milk to like chocolate milk. It's just a lot better. Okay, we got a couple of possible S tiers coming up. Cocoa Pebbles. Super chocolatey. Changes the milk, makes it nice and chocolate milk. Thing is, it's too much sugar and not really any other taste, so I don't think it's S tier. If you like chocolate, you'll love it, but the flakes are super small, so I mean, they probably won't cut up your mouth and won't be a bitch to eat. Huh. Low A for Cocoa Pebbles. Is it a Chips Ahoy? No. You can't eat this every day. It would just fuck your stomach up. It is good. Now, Fruity Pebbles, I have a hard time arguing against S. It's just super tasty. It's got a lot of different, even though they're not like fruits, and it's not going to be healthy for you. It's just super. It's not S. I can't just give out S. It's a very high A. It's just, you know, if you're gonna compare Captain Crunch Berries to Fruity Pebbles, the only difference is the shape of the cereal. Captain Crunch actually wins this because Fruity Pebbles gets way too soggy. And it ruins it. It absolutely ruins it. I mean, the thing is Fruity Pebbles is super tasty, you know? It's mad unhealthy for you, but listen, I gotta account for all these factors, you know. There's a lot that goes into these tier lists, okay? I gotta think about these critically through all aspects. I gotta be honest with you guys, because what am I if I'm not honest? You know, Pop-Tart cereal, don't think I've had it. It could have potential. Not the original flavor, but what even is the original Pop-Tart flavor? I've only ever seen them like, you know, the strawberry, blueberry. Huh. Interesting. Raisin Bran. Now this one's... The takes I see on Raisin Bran is what inspired me to make this video. To enlighten you guys on what Raisin Bran truly is. Now let's be honest, you hear Raisin Bran, you think raisins. You think, raisins? Cereal? Who the fuck in their right mind would make that? Let me tell you who. I would. You know I would because it's fucking good. Especially when those raisins get a little bit of milk in them. They get all soft. The bran part is honestly the worst part of it, not the raisins. The actual cereal tastes super... Is bran-y a word? Like, it tastes very, like, a healthy wheat. I don't even know. Now, let me tell you one thing that I'm willing to admit. Raisin Bran without sugar on top is like 2 tiers at least lower. And that's what, unfortunately, this tier list is about. And that's straight out of the box, handfuls, or straight out of a bowl of milk. I'm gonna have to put Raisin Bran on C tier. For that reason only. Now, Raisin Bran with sugar, A tier. High A tier. Maybe even... It depends on how much you really hate raisins. Like, if you just can't stand the taste of raisins, even when they're all soft, and, you know, the flavor changes too once they mix in with milk, so... Anyway. Without sugar on top, and you do need, like, a nice little bit of sugar. Not too much, but... I'm gonna have to put it down here. It's eatable. It's not as bad as people think. Like, I've seen people put it on F tier. It's not F tier. Your fat ass just doesn't like raisins that much, and that's okay, but you're lying to yourself if you say this is an F tier cereal. Again, with just some sugar on top, then mix it around. A tier. Not exactly a peanut butter crunch, but low C. Compared to these, even. I'm liking where it's sitting for now. We might have to change it a bit. We're getting toward the end here, so Raisin Bran Crunch. Haven't had this. This could be exactly what everyone is needing to try. I've always been fine with just Raisin Bran. Now listen, I'm not gonna pick Raisin Bran when I go to the store unless for some reason I'm just in the mood for it, which has never happened. As far as like, I'm at the store and I have all these options, I will go with pretty much anything above it before I go with it. I don't really buy cereal too much, but I do have, like right now I'm rocking, show you. Let's check out what cereals I have. I only have 2. And you know what? I'm noticing we haven't got to this one yet. I don't even see it on the list. If it's actually not on the list, I'm gonna file a complaint with the organization that created this. We have Captain Crunch Berries. That's right. We got the big old family box. Okay. And then we got this one, who I think is S tier. Okay, this one I'm about to show you guys, if you didn't already see it just now, S tier. I'm not seeing it on the list unless I'm blind, but it's almost a crime that it's not on the list. Fruit and yogurt special K. You got the chunks. You got the chunks of fruit. The chunks of fruits and shit. Oh, it's so fucking good. Oh my, no. S tier. It's S plus with milk. That being said, I do have cereals. I am well versed. I'm well versed in the cereal world, okay? I know what I'm talking about. There's many days I've lived off just cereal. I'm not going to get into all that here, but cereal has been for extended periods of time, the only thing I've had to eat. I know what I'm talking about here. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. Now, Reese's Puffs, that being said, let's get real. Let's get real here. If you put Reese's Puffs anywhere above C tier, I'm going to question your sanity. I'm going to question your life. I'm going to question who raised you. You know, what happened there? What was that? And what was going on with that household? It's not F tier, but it is extremely disappointing. Okay, I would really piss people off if I put it below Raisin or above or below Raisin Bran. I mean, it goes. It's the worst peanut butter. It's like it had such a good idea in mind, but if you compare it to like Captain Crunch peanut butter, you can't. Like it's so much worse. Reese's Puff is. Nah, it even goes below the basic honey dog shit. It's like a right here. I know this is probably the hottest take of the whole tier list, but it's dog shit. I mean, it is not a good cereal. Could eat it if you know, had to, I guess. Honestly, man. I'll put it right up with Raisin Bran. That's a whole different ball game of taste, though. You can't really compare these two. They're both kind of disappointing. The thing is about Reese's Puffs, you can't actually save it. You can't just add sugar to Reese's Puffs. That's the one thing they got going for it. It's all the sugar in it. Raisin Bran, you can save it. So, okay. Leave your angry comments to yourself. Actually, in a comment below if you don't like what I just did. Raisin Bran above Reese's Puffs. Sure. Dislike the video, do whatever you gotta do. I meant it. Okay, I mean it. You can say Raisin Bran. Reese's Puffs is just ass. It's not an F tier because it does have a little bit of like fake chocolate, a little bit of fake peanut butter taste to it. But they just messed up the ratios. They messed everything up about it. Okay, Rice Krispies. This is one of those where if you add syrup to it, not sugar, if you add like maple syrup to it, A tier, maybe high B, but just by itself, horrible, absolutely terrible. With nothing, I mean, even the little dudes on the box are throwing fruit into it and shit to make it better. It's terrible. Cocoa Krispies is also super disappointing. But is it F tier? I think it's lowest of C. I don't want to call it F because it does have like, you can taste a little bit of chocolate. That's my mouth watering. Oh god. I honestly think I think it's an F. It might be the highest F we have, but it's definitely not good. I think this is fruit and yogurt, is it? It's just a different box than what I'm seeing. Maybe that was the old box. It better be. Anyway, Cocoa Krispies. Let's deal with what we got in front of us here. Cocoa Krispies, I will give it a very low C, just because there is a little bit of chocolate to it. Is it better than Reese's Puffs? Probably. Reese's Puffs is fucking terrible. These could be interchangeable if you don't like peanut butter. S'mores. This is kind of like Crave, but it's shit compared to Crave. It's not F tier because you do get a little bit of taste to it. I'll put it above Raisin Bran. I'll avoid another hate thread, and it's actually a little bit better than like the shitty honeycomb. This is just ass too. Put it right here. They just did something wrong with this, with s'mores. There's too much like the marshmallow. We'll leave it right here. It's not the worst thing, but it's definitely pretty bad. I would never choose it over some other things that are s'mores like Crave. It doesn't belong in the same sentence as Crave, let's be honest. Sour Patch Kids cereal, haven't had it. Sounds like cancer. Like, it sounds like you would literally develop some kind of diabetes, cancer, disease. I haven't had it though, so just put it here and get over it. I just can't imagine wanting that kind of sour in the morning. Like, it just sounds like candy. Which maybe if you're super stoned or, you know, into sour things that much, but I can't imagine having like bite after bite of like sour shit. Especially in the morning with that much sugar all over it. No. Special K original? Terrible. Fucking horrible. Now, this right here, if this is the fruit and yogurt, we have another S tier. Special K fruit and yo. This isn't the box anymore. Old box. Is this the... Where is it? I'm pretty sure this is. Let's look for like these berries on the bottom. Maybe this. Oh, yep, here it is. Boom, there it is. That's an S tier. 100%. Any day of the week S tier. It's got different textures. So you can get like big old chunks of the yogurt. You can get the little small where it mixes in. And when you get one bite of it all, Jesus Christ, it's so good. I mean, the one thing I can say is there's a big difference between it with milk and without milk. But once you add milk, there's no contention. And it's an S tier. Even if it gets a little bit soggy, you still get a nice fruit bit. The cereal itself, minus the fruit, is fine. It's definitely not bad. It's not Crave, but these are two different things. If you're into like, you know, I've kind of moved away from chocolate in my breakfast. Just because it can leave you feeling a little bit weird, but I also grew up on eating way too much cereal, so this could be a me thing. That doesn't take away from Crave. It is beyond the best cereal on this list. But Special K is also the best of its kind, which is a nice little fruity taste. And this doesn't influence my decision, but with Special K fruit, you can actually chop up like blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, and put them into it, and it tastes fucking phenomenal. Like you've turned it into a real decent breakfast. So there's hardly any that you can actually do that. That doesn't influence my decision because some of these would go up higher, especially like down here. If I counted that. So mini wheat strawberry. I'm hesitant to put this in S because of how they taste after they've been in milk too long. It ruins it. It's a whole different cereal. I don't like Fruity Pebbles. Is it better than Captain Crunch berries? No. I mean, it's just not. You do get some pretty strong strawberry. The thing is also with mini wheats is there's a lot of bites that didn't get iced very well. So you end up just tasting like this big old thing of wheat. If you get like the perfect frosted, I almost said frosted flake. If you get the perfect like mini wheat that's been frosted on the top with the strawberry shit, and it's got just a bit of milk on it, you know, it's just started to hit the milk and it's made it a little bit softer. That's another thing is if you eat these out of the box, you are gonna fuck your mouth up. But I would put it about right here. Maybe here, but you're also gonna be a lot healthier if you eat this than Fruity Pebbles. And honestly, you can eat 2 bowls of this and not feel as shitty as you would after 2 bowls of Fruity Pebbles. So I'll leave it right here. It's debatable. No, it's not. Any other opinion is wrong. Trix. Trix is really good. No tier really stands out off the bat, so I think it would just end up going as a high B, right around these other fruit ones. I think it's about Trix. Somehow they managed to make you taste different things while still eating the same kind of sugar-filled cereal. I'm gonna put it above Captain Crunch all berries, but it's not by a lot. They're about equal in my eyes. My extremely unbiased eyes. Waffle Crisp, haven't had it. Wheaties, I surprisingly don't think I've ever had, but it is a very common cereal. Look, I hate to do this to you guys. You know, I hate to have to hit you with the truth every now and then and sit down some of these Raisin Bran haters, but this is it. This is the perfect tier list. I mean, let's look through it real quick just to see if we can change the innards of these tiers, but I'm looking at it, and it seems just about right. Crave is just incredibly good. Both of these are interchangeable if you happen to hate chocolate or like fruit way more, or if you like chocolate and don't like the fruit, you can still love this one if you don't love fruit. It's got the sugar-filled fruit parts, so this is just a perfect S tier. Captain Crunch Berries is a close to S, but not quite. Mini Wheats Fruity, yeah, this is just perfect. Chips Ahoy and Cookie Crisp could go interchangeable. This is like the best cinnamon one out there, right? It might not be very healthy, but if you like cinnamon, that's your go-to. I love the softness of them, but I think it deserves where it's at. You're gonna feel bad if you eat like 2 bowls. Peanut Butter Crunch. I almost want to move this guy up. Where's my highest peanut butter? Is it really Peanut Butter Crunch? I mean, it's about what I would choose, but I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, you know what I'm missing? It's that, it's the Life one? No, it's not. It's the, this Go Lean, the peanut butter chunks of this is probably the highest peanut butter I can think of. But unfortunately, we didn't get that. Unless I just can't read. But this looks like an original kind of flakes shit. So with that being said, the highest peanut butter is going to go to Peanut Butter Crunch, yeah. Makes sense. B tier, you know, missing something to it. Like, they're good. You know, no problem eating a bowl, but not an everyday thing, not gonna be too, it's just not gonna be like, oh, that was amazing, you know? The only thing I'm looking at here is I think after further inspection, I would move Oreos up a little bit. Because I do like, I'm just gonna do it. People are gonna be pissed. I do like how they mix the kind of icing. Like, it's like a chocolate Cheerio, but with the icing kind of dabbled through it. Cocoa Puffs is really good in the sense that it makes the milk good, but it's just all chocolate. So, I think that's fair. I think this is good. C tier, it's just not a go-to, you know. There's just no reason to pick these cereals when these exist. If these are at your friend's house and you're like, you need to eat something in the morning, then yeah, these are fine, I guess. But you gotta do something to them, like Raisin Bran. You can't just eat just Raisin Bran. You could, but you know, Raisin Bran with the little sugars, an A tier. Reese's Puff is just, nah, I won't do the Reese's Puff. At least they tried. Although Cocoa Krispies, I think, is really overrated. It's a shitty cereal. I can see people getting mad at the Cinnamon Toast Crunch one, because that's just, I guess everyone loves shitty cereal, but it's just not good. It hurts your stomach, it gets soggy way too fast, loses all of its taste. And then F tier, there's just no saving it, right? At least when it comes to eating it out of the box, or in a fresh bowl of milk or whatever, there's no saving it. Most of these even have like an advertisement on the front to throw other things in it, like every one of these. Some kind of fruit, strawberries, blueberries, strawberries. Now, I could see maybe this one being good with maple syrup on top. Maybe this one with maple syrup on top. I could get a little kickback for this. I might put this one at the top, because it does have a little potential. Thing is, I'm talking out of the box, and it's too plain out of the box. So, F tier. Haven't tried. Yeah, some of these are just very questionable. Like, what the fuck is this? Sour Patch Kids cereal? Maybe if I was like 10 years old, I would be like, hell yeah. Lucio O's. I kind of want to try those just for the memes. Some of these, like Go Lean, have good flavors, but not the ones I saw. Some of them that I want to try, it looks like one like these. It looks like I would like these. They're like Oreo O's, but with some marshmallows, maybe? It almost looks like there's different kinds of marshmallows in there, too. So I could see potential there. This right here, I mean, Captain Crunch doesn't ever miss too hard. I feel like it would be worth a try, although this does look kind of plain. It looks like just Cheerios. But it's like a dessert, I think. I just can't read, the font's too small, but... Okay, look. I am very happy with this tier list. Okay, I am very, very happy with this tier list. I think I've put a lot of tier list makers to shame with the ones I've made before. Okay, but this might be my best work so far. This is only good takes, you know. Obviously, you might not agree with everything I say, but that's your problem, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm talking about. Lived off cereal, love it. No, but to be fair, to be real, there are some of these that are really just preference as far as like interchangeability with one or two away or maybe somewhere else on that same tier. But overall, I think they deserve the tier that they got, and that's not up for discussion. So thank you everyone for real. All jokes aside, much love, much love. Thank you for all the support on my streams, on the YouTube videos themselves, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope to see you soon. Peace, peace, peace.